this particular vlog, I want to discuss exactly why you want to focus on using both changes to bust through fat loss plateaus within a fat loss phase. And as mentioned many times before, we've really got two options you can use within a fat loss phase, and that's to either reduce calories or increase energy expenditure to continue creating the energy deficit needed for fat loss. So remember that we've got two goals within the fat loss phase. The first goal is obviously to lose body fat, and that second goal of maintaining as much muscle mass as possible really dictates some of the changes that we apply within the fat loss phase to continue creating the energy deficit needed for fat loss. So in short, if you're too aggressive with that energy deficit, i.e. you're too aggressive with reducing calories and or too aggressive with regards to increasing expenditure from more cardio, that puts us in a position where we're going to lose a lot of muscle mass within the fat loss phase. And therefore, by thinking of that second objective of maintaining as much muscle mass as possible really dictates some of the changes we apply to bust through fat loss plateaus. So the reason why we want to be using both changes within the fat loss phase is because of these reasons. So firstly, if you just focused on reducing calories as your only way to continue creating the energy deficit needed for fat loss, you'll be in a position within a very short period of time where your calories are so low, you're going to be extremely hungry, you're not going to be able to adhere to those low calories, and your strength is just going to plummet within the gym, and therefore losing muscle mass. Remember what we spoke about at the start of the video, we need to be making these changes in line with trying to maintain as much muscle mass as possible within the fat loss phase, and that applies to males and females. So if we're too aggressive with just reducing calories and not adding in any additional cardio, be in a position where calories are so low, you'll be so hungry, you won't be able to adhere to the plan, you'll lose a lot of strength, and you're just going to lose a lot of muscle mass within the fat loss phase. On the flip side, if you're too aggressive with increasing too much energy expenditure from cardio and just keeping your calories constant, so therefore using energy expenditure as your only way to create the energy deficit, within a very short period of time you'll be doing so many cardio sessions within your week where you'll be in a position where you'll be doing cardio pretty much every day, and you're going to run out of time essentially to add in any more additional cardio sessions to continue creating the energy deficit needed for fat loss. In addition to that, if you start doing too much cardio to the point where you're doing more cardio than weight training, you can be in a position where you're starting to get endurance adaptation, especially if you're doing more moderate intensity cardio sessions. You can be in a position where you're starting to get more endurance adaptations, which is counterproductive to our strength adaptations we're trying to gain from our weight training to help us maintain more muscle mass within the context of a fat loss phase. In addition to that, too much cardio can hamper recovery from our weight training sessions, again putting us in a position where we may start losing muscle mass within the fat loss phase. And that's why it's really critical. We want to focus on both changes, reducing calories and also adding in additional cardio sessions. So as mentioned before, when you reach a fat loss plateau, i.e. you don't reach a 0.5 to 1% weight loss target, and that should be your goal because that just allows us to maintain more muscle mass within the fat loss phase. Losing weight any faster than this, you're going to start losing muscle mass, and this can be fine if you have a short-term deadline, but in most circumstances really try and maintain as much muscle mass as possible. So my suggestion would be to alternate between the two changes. The first plateau you reach in the fat loss phase, you can drop calories or add in an additional cardio session. And then the next time you reach a plateau, make the opposite change. So if you reduce calories to bust through the first plateau, the next time you reach a fat loss plateau, you can add in an additional cardio session and vice versa. And therefore you're getting a good balance between reducing calories and also adding in additional cardio, and therefore you're not solely relying on just one change, just reducing calories and also just increasing energy expenditure needed for fat loss. So hopefully this has been useful. Hopefully this has opened your eyes to the need for focusing on both changes within a fat loss phase. And keep in mind, I'm talking about an extended fat loss phase. Obviously, if you just have 5 or 6 pounds to lose, you can probably achieve that by reducing calories and just focus on weight training. But if you've got a decent amount of body fat to lose, if you're losing 10 plus pounds of body weight, you're going to, in most circumstances, require both changes to continue creating the energy deficit needed for fat loss, but also to help you preserve as much muscle mass as possible within the fat loss phase. Hopefully this has been useful. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you're watching this on Facebook, like the video and tag any friends who you think would find this information useful. Thank you very much. I look forward to speaking to you soon.